and we'll need 2 blocks for today and a blanket if you have it. So we're going to get started in a sitting position, either sitting on a block and then onto the heels, or sitting on your blanket, maybe folded a few times and then sitting closer to the edge of the blanket there. So finding whatever form of seated position works best for your body. And so to go ahead and get started here, maybe close down the eyes for a moment. And whether you're sitting on a block or a blanket, sitting up nice and tall. And start to notice the space between your ears and the tops of the shoulders. Just noticing if you're scrunched up. Maybe see if you can relax the shoulders down a little bit. Noticing the breath. Maybe if the breath is getting caught anywhere in the body. So checking in to see if you're deep belly breathing, or maybe you're breathing more in the chest or in the throat. So just taking time to check in. And maybe you go ahead and start refining the breath a bit. So maybe sealing the lips for your inhales, keeping the lips sealed for your exhales. And then whenever you're ready, we'll start to bring in a little bit of movement with the breath. So again, sitting up nice and tall. Let's take an inhale, bringing the arms out to a T. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up through the arms. Let the spine be nice and long. And then exhale, release the arms all the way down to your sides. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, reach out to a T. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. Inhale, reach the arms out to a T. And then exhale, start to wrap the arms for eagle arms. So just finding here what's available for your arms and your range of motion in your shoulders today. So whether it be your arms are more in a parallel position here, maybe you don't wrap the arms as much, and that's totally fine. Just finding whatever's available there. We don't want to force anything in the body, but we are looking for a stretch along the back of the shoulder blades, maybe through the upper part of the outer arm there, maybe even in the forearms if you're finding an acupressure point as you're kind of applying some resistance there as well. Maybe you're pressing the hands into each other, getting a little bit more sensation there. And so we're going to add in a little bit of breath work here with this as well. So on an inhale, start to reach the arms up towards the sky. So a little back bend here. And then exhale as you start to round the spine, bringing the elbows more towards your belly or your chest. And then start to inhale, reaching back up. The back starts to arch. Full exhalation as you start to round the spine, bringing the chest down, or bringing the chin down to the chest. Again, elbows may be closer down towards the belly. And then inhale, come back up through center. And then exhale, unwind the arms slowly. Reach the arms out to a T. And then start to interlace the hands behind you. Reach down towards your sitting bones, opening up the front part of the chest. Taking a few breaths. Maybe you close down the eyes again. Visualizing the heart space. Feeling nice and open and expansive through the chest. And then using your inhale, start to slowly unclasp the hands, reaching back out into a T through the arms. And then as you exhale, start to wrap the arms the opposite way, finding your eagle arms the other direction. So, and it might feel kind of awkward and sort of weird at first here, wrapping the opposite way. So just finding a nice stretch. So again, if you just keep the arms a little bit more parallel, and then as the body slowly starts to open up, maybe you can wrap the arms a little bit more. Maybe even kind of wrapping the pinky around the thumb, kind of clasping that way instead of pressing the hands into each other. So just finding what's available there. And then start to turn your attention to where you feel the stretch. Just noticing the sensations, but not having a label to what you're feeling or no judgments, just simply tuning into what's going on. And so we're going to bring in the breath work again. So on an inhale, start to lift the arms. The back starts to arch, and then start to exhale, rounding the spine. Full long exhale here, taking your time with this. Let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, start to round the spine, bringing your elbows down towards the belly. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Use a full, complete exhalation here. And then inhale, just come back up through center. Unravel the arms slowly, reaching the arms back out to a T. And then just bringing the hands down behind you, clasp the hands, reach down towards your sit bones. Again, just feeling the chest nice and open, expansive here. Maybe as you breathe, you start to just notice the rise and the fall of the chest. And then whenever you're ready, just start to slowly unclasp the hands, releasing the arms. Maybe you give the shoulders a little shrug, or just kind of bring the shoulders in any sort of movement here. That feels good. Rolling the shoulders back, moving them forward. Again, maybe shrugging the shoulders. Sometimes that can feel